Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Greatest Podcast. I am your host, Pancho Lopez, the greatest salesman in the world, self-proclaimed, and pretty much up there. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you today about something that has been a huge life changer for me. I'm talking about the power of journaling. Journaling is so freaking good. It's so good that I do it twice a day now. I started out with once a day. Now I decided to do it every morning as soon as I wake up, before I start my day, and right before going to bed. It is so good for you. And I'm going to tell you a couple of the reasons why. And I'm going to give you some examples as to why it was valuable and important to me when I was going through some transitions in my life that, man, I don't wish them on anybody, right? So, first and foremost, the way to journal is to just kind of go through your thoughts, right? You open up your book, you open up it could be anything. It could be a sheet of paper. And this is not something that you need to hold on to, although I do. I love going back and looking at what I wrote 4 or 5 years ago that was going on in my mind, and how my perspective for certain things have either changed or improved or is exactly the same. But anyways, what you want to do is you want to just take pen to paper. And I like the idea of actually handwriting these things. There's a few people that journal by typing. It's totally cool as long as you're putting your thoughts out there. I like the idea of connecting everything, because by connecting everything from, like I said, just your handwriting and actually put it on a piece of paper, I feel it's a little bit more powerful. But what I do is every morning I go out and I look at my journal and I grab a notebook, and I just start thinking my thoughts. Sometimes I'll journal if I had a dream or if I woke up with an idea, and I'll write about that. And I'll push a little bit more into developing that particular idea or that particular thought into something a little bit more. The other thing is that I start thinking of my plans, and I start thinking about the things that I want to do for the day, kind of like a little mini goal setting session for myself. What do I want to accomplish? I do a little bit of affirmations. Who am I? Why am I good at certain things? What makes me powerful? What's going to guide me to achieving my goals? And as I'm doing all of this, the most important thing is that you want to envision yourself having already achieved certain things, and envision yourself having already gotten the results that you're working on getting for that particular day. What's going to happen? What's going to drive you? Because what happens when you do that in the morning and you kind of review what you want to do and you envision yourself having already achieved it, it gives you that energy and that boost that you're going to need to be able to push through the shittiness of the day, the crap that's going to come your way without a doubt, because it always happens, right? And you're going to be like able to ignore it and just kind of keep going, because you know that vision and you know those goals that you wrote about in the morning. But more powerful than journaling in the morning is journaling at night. Before going to bed, you grab your same notebook or another notepad or whatever the case may be, and you go through and you review your entire day. You maybe even match it to the small goals that you set for that day on your morning journaling. And you go through your day and you realize, where did I waste my time with something not valuable at all? What did I do that was really good? You always in your nightly journaling want to include a win. What happened during that day that caused a win? It could be something small and it could be something huge. But whatever the case, you always want to review your wins, because it's going to set you up mentally to be on a little bit of a winning streak. You're going to realize that every day you're winning. Every day you're winning at something. And that sets you up to get used to winning. So every night before you go to bed, you win, and you write down what you won at. What was that win? And if there was any challenge that you suffered from during the day, if you had a situation in which maybe you lost a client, or if you had a situation in which maybe you broke your diet, if you had a situation and maybe you had a fight with your significant other, or if you were pissed off at your kids because they did something stupid, whatever the case may be, you grab that quote unquote negative thing and you figure out a lesson in it. So you write down, dude, this happened. Like, I got into an argument with my parents or with my dad because whatever the case may be, right? or I got into an argument with somebody on my team. Well, in that retrospect, as you're going through your day and reviewing your day and you realize that something shitty happened, turn it into something positive immediately by taking a lesson from it and figure out what was the lesson to be learned. There is always a lesson to be learned in everything that happens in your life, whether good or bad. Particularly the bad things teach you usually the more powerful lessons. You don't want to get used to those negative situations. So you always want to find a way to turn them into something positive. You want to find the win within the tragedy, the lesson within it. So go back, really dig deep, and really put a lot of time and effort into figuring out what about that particular situation can I take away as a win, and can I take away as a lesson? Number one, so that that particular thing never happens again. Or if it does happen, how do I handle it better in the moment? Or if it does happen, how do I turn it around into something positive immediately? And you just keep asking yourself, and you figure out what the lesson learned there. And the cool thing about doing that is that when you come up with all these really cool, valuable lessons, down the road, at some point in your life, you're going to be able to share with somebody else. And it's really, really valuable to be able to share these little insights because you've already experienced certain situations. If you come across a buddy of yours that had an argument with their significant other because of whatever the heck may be, and you had already encountered that particular situation, and you took the time to analyze it and take away a lesson, maybe you can share with that particular person and be like, hey, you know what? This happened to me once, and I thought about it this way, and it really helped me out, improve my situation, and actually improve my relationship with my wife or my husband or whatever the case may be because of this particular lesson that I thought of. It's really, really valuable. And you always want to go to bed with gratitude, with a win, and lessons learned. Because what happens is right before I don't know if honestly, I don't even know if this is scientifically proven or if it can even be scientifically proven, but I've tried it out. I read it in a book a long time ago, and I put it to the test, and for me, it's worked. When you go to bed, as you're sleeping, the last few thoughts that go through your brain are the ones that you focus on the most while you're sleeping. And they're the ones that get embedded into your subconscious the most. So if you're going to bed watching the news and looking at all the bullshit from riots and from war and from murders and from rapes and all this crap that they put on the TV, which, by the way, another valuable insight here, go on a news fast. Get rid of all that crap. I haven't watched the news in years. Like, literally, I avoid it like the plague. And it's been very, very valuable. So anything you put into your brain right before going to sleep is going to really, really, really embed into your subconscious. And therefore, down the road, without you even thinking about it, you're going to be able to go to those things in your mind that are going to be positive. They're going to be focused around winning, and they're going to be focused around lessons learned. So right before going to bed, write down your day, review your day, figure out your wins, figure out your challenges, and take away some lessons. Think about what the things that you're grateful for, and go to sleep nice and deep because you're going to be in a good positive state, because you're going to be thinking about the good stuff primarily, and you're going to take away good stuff from the negative, and you're going to be able to sleep better. When you do that, the next day, you're going to wake up really, really, really well rested. You're going to have those ideas and positive thoughts in your brain, and then you start journaling again in the morning, going through your gratitudes, your goals, your affirmations, and you're set. You're set for that. If there's anything that I have ever shared with you guys in any one of these podcasts that is extremely valuable and is going to really, really help you out with anything in your life, it's these particular things. It's these, what do you call it? It's journaling. Journaling, and including within the journaling your wins, your lessons learned, your affirmations, your gratitudes, reviewing your goals. You can't win. You're always going to be able to come out on top because your mind is in the right place. And something funny about the mind, when it's in the right place and you're thinking of these positive things and you're figuring out the positives within the negatives and you're doing all this, again, have no idea why it happens. There's no way. Some people call it metaphysics, some people call it God, some people call it the universe. I have no idea, and I would be lying if I told you it's because of this. I don't know, but the shit works. You attract things into your life. The good things that you're focused on continually just fall in your lap, and they just keep coming and coming and coming. And it is a beautiful thing, and it is an addictive thing. So once you do it and you start doing it consistently, and all of a sudden you start getting the results that I'm talking about, there's no turning back from it. All right. So anyways, if you thought this lesson was valuable, if you want to learn more about journaling, or maybe how I do it, or maybe some ideas on how to get started, some formulas on how to really go about your day and doing these things, feel free to shoot me a comment or an email or whatever. I'd love to reach out to you and talk to you about it a little bit more. But again, it's a super valuable thing, super valuable tool. Go ahead and always keep it in the back of your mind and start doing it today. I challenge you, in fact, that the moment you listen to this podcast, you turn it off, you figure out where you're going to journal for tonight, and you start journaling this evening, and you start going through your day, review the day, find your wins, find the lessons and whatever challenges you encountered, and I guarantee you're going to start feeling so good about everything that goes around you. It's a valuable tool. So anyways, if you think this message is valuable, and if you believe that it could help somebody else out in any way, shape, or form, please share it. Make sure to like, comment, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you're listening to this on a podcast, or if you want to listen to us on the podcast, we're on everywhere. We're on iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, all the different podcast platforms. So make sure to find us there, hit the subscribe button. And if you share with your friends, much love. I really appreciate that. Alrighty. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to this and to watch this particular video. And I love you all. I wish you the very best, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.